Welcome to Omega Study Circle. Today we are going to discuss about the ball tampering and whether it is a cheating or not. This topic is quite familiar or quite popular nowadays because these two images can tell you about the significance of the topic. Total a country, Australia, has shattered with the incident. He is Steve Smith and he is Paul Cameron Bancroft. He was crying in the last interview with the journalist, and he is hiding a sandpaper in in the last test against South Africa. So, what actually the tampering is? What actually the ICC code of conduct normally says? It says rule number 41, section 3: ball may be polished without use of the artificial substance. So, you normally it has been seen player normally rub the one surface of the ball with their saliva, maybe dried up. No, it is very familiar that normally they dried up the ball with the towels, and normally in India during winter session, if there is a match between India or any foreign country, because of dew, it is very common thing that player normally rub the ball surface with a towel. Mud may be removed under the supervision of the umpire and use of saliva. I already told you about the saliva to smoothen the one surface of the ball. And this is the typical cricket ball. This is the surface, two surface, one surface, two surface, and this is the main seam, and this is another seam, and this is another seam. So total number of seam is three. Main seam is here, and those two are the subsidiary seam. Prohibited action by the ICC: rubbing the ball on the ground. So if you rub the ball on the ground through your spike or by any means, it's a prohibited action by the ICC code of conduct. Scuffing with the nail or any sharp object. So it is showing here Walker Yunis is cuffing the ball with his nail. Tempering with seam. So you can see that Shahid Afridi is trying to temper the seam. So it's another thing. It's known as the main gate case. Main gate case. Tell me what is main gate case. Comment me what is actually the main gate controversy. And he is Flap Duplessis, who is he was trying to polish the ball with the mint which is attached in his tongue. Okay, all those things are prohibited action. So explanation of the swing. So prior to discuss about the ball tampering, let us discuss about the swing. What actually the two kind of swing normally we have seen in cricket. One is your out swinger and another is your in swinger. There is a great topic discussed by great scientist Robi Mehta. He is a scientist in NASA. He is a specialist in aerodynamics. He has a several paper on aerodynamics of the cricket ball. If you visit a Creek Info site of ESPN, then there is a famous interview with Robi Mehta, and he explained the scientific way of the swing, how the outswing happened, how the inswing happened. I'm just going to discuss about little bit about how the outswing and inswing happen. The main thing is pressure difference between the two sides of the ball, and the boundary layer forms along the surface. There is a boundary layer of air. That is the boundary layer of air. That is your ball surface, and there is a smooth surface of air is normally attached with ball when ball traveling along from the hand of the bowler up to the batsman. So let us discuss about the case of in swinger. So your ball flight direction, like your bowler has thrown the ball towards this direction, air is coming to that direction. So the thing is that is your smoother direction, and that is your rub direction. Why this is a rub direction? I have just seen the seam. So because of the seam there is a roughness. So when the air has crosses that seam, that will again create create a roughness or create a pressure on that side of the ball. So let us say that P2 is the pressure on rough side and P1 is the pressure on smoother side. So normally P2 is greater than P1 because of roughness. So the thing is, you have a resultant force in that side. So resultant force is P2 minus P1 of air pressure. So air pressure P2 minus P1 is your resultant, and that is acting towards that side. So resultant. So if you have a little bit knows about the physics, then divide this in two components. So it is seen that the parallel component is nullified by the direction of the air. So this component is nullified, and the resultant acting force is acting towards that direction. That means if you pointing the seam towards the slip fielder direction, in that case is ball will normally traverse in swinger direction. So if you pointing the seam in downward direction, then that means the ball will go towards inside, like towards the fine leg direction, that is your in swinger. And if you pointing the seam towards the outer direction, that means your slip fielder direction, then that will be the out swinger. Okay. Normally it's entirely depend upon the seam direction, and before knowing the science behind the in swing and out swing, it was quite familiar to the ancient bowlers like WG Grace and others, how to do the use the flight of the ball and how to in swing and how to out swing. Now the cases of the reverse swing. Reverse swing, this person is the pioneer of the reverse swing. Sarfaraz Nawaz Malik in 1979, he first discovered the phenomena of the reverse swing, and the thing, what he did that time, within 33 ball with 1 run, he took 7 wickets with the help of reverse swing. So from him, this is passed to Imran Khan, and from Imran Khan to Akar Yunis, and then Wasim Akram. So Pakistanis are the pioneer of the reverse swing. Normally they did it by the cheating way, but they are the pioneer because at first they has discovered the beauty of the reverse swing. What is actually the reverse swing is. So ball swing in a direction that is opposed to that of the seam, like you have a seam direction in that way. So if you go through the normal way of thinking, then the ball should be out swinger. Okay. So if you divide the component like that and like that, so ball should be the out swinger. But the thing is, for case of reverse swing, by any means bowler, what he does, he make rough that side so rigorously, like this is rough side, this is more rough side. Okay. So end of the day, what will happen when the ball will pitched up on the ground, though the same direction in that way, but ball will do, if instead of outswing, it will show the phenomena of in swing. And normally the normally the batsman can't have any choice other than get out, because if he looks to the seam, he thinks that the ball should be in outside direction, but end of the day ball will go towards the batsman direction, and that's the phenomena of reverse swing. So you just make one side more rough, like either by it any means, like if you can do the natural phenomena of rubbing one side, or you can make this side more smoother, like use a saliva on that side, and that will become more smoother and relatively rough this side. So what will happen, it will end up the phenomena is reverse swing. So normally in a cricket match after 30 over, it is very familiar that ball has started reverse swing, started to swing in reverse direction. So that is the science behind the reverse swing. Is it art or cheating? Obviously it's art, because if you do it by natural phenomena, then it's art. But if you do by any artificial phenomena, like you have scuff the seam so that that side has been growing little bit upper direction, and that will make more rough you that side, then it's a cheating. But if it is a natural, like you can do it by naturally, like you have played the ball with 30 overs and ball is going to be soft enough, then you can, or naturally you can get the reverse swing. But if you do by any means of artificial object, then it's a cheating. History of the punishment for the ball tampering. First, English normally prior to 1994, British doesn't have any knowledge. British didn't have any knowledge of reverse swing. First, they knew the knowledge of reverse swing in the year 1994 against the South Africa. So from that day onward, British normally thinks, or normally call it as its art. Prior to 1994, for all British, it was a cheating phenomenon. So Mike Atherton was the first British player who has been fined or punished for ball tampering. What he did, he just rubbed the one side of the ball with the sand, with some sand. He took in the ground in his pocket. So what was the punishment? 2,000 pound was the fine. Our Sachin Tendulkar, who also have one match suspended because of ball tampering, but what he did, he just cleared some mud in the absence of umpire. But as per the ICC code of conduct, I already told you, mud may be removed under the supervision of umpire. So without supervision of umpire is also a phenomenon of ball tampering. Sachin Tendulkar did this one, so that's the thing. He got one match suspension. Sahil Afridi in 2010, he got two T20 match suspension because of this thing. He tried to bite the seam so that ball can get reverse switch. Fab Duplessis. This is a main gate case. I already told you. Just main gate case is quite familiar thing. And tell me in which ground the main gate happened. So Fab Duplessis got a punishment of 100% match fees. So this is the whole phenomena of ball tampering. Like if you think about art, or if you think about cheating, but entirely obviously, I will tell one thing, that it's art, it's phenomena, or it's a efficiency of the bowler to do the reverse swing. But if you do it by any cunning way, like unnatural way, then it's a cheating. So hope you understand the science behind the ball tempering. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you like the video or the discussion. Thank you so much.